Hi, I'm Hillary Wynn, Pest and Content Manager for Meister Media Worldwide, the publisher of Crop Life magazine. I'd like to welcome Jessica Link, agronomist at the Andersons. Jessica is going to answer some questions about how effective residue management benefits crop production. But first, a little bit about Jessica. She has been with the Andersons for 6 years, where she helps with research and development on new product concepts and tests them in the field to ensure they have a positive impact on crop performance and growth. Jessica, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Jessica, what role do biological treatments play in unlocking valuable nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash?
So when it comes to applying a biological product, there are many different benefits and roles that it can play in unlocking these nutrients. So for one, we have a product called BioReverse, and when you apply a product like BioReverse, it's going to accelerate the breakdown of residue and lignin in those crop residues, and that's going to speed up the nutrient cycling process. So these microbes that we include in this program are going to break down organic matter, and in that, they're going to convert complex molecules into simpler forms, making these nutrients like N, P, and K more readily available for the next crop.
What are the potential risks if heavy residue is left unmanaged over the winter, and how can timely fall applications of residue management solutions help reduce these risks?
There are a few risks if you leave too much residue on the soil surface. One being nutrient tie-up. So N, P, and K that we want to use for next season for that next growing crop is going to be unavailable if that residue isn't broken down properly. Another one of the things that we can face if we don't properly manage our residue is going to be disease pressures. There are 3 sides to a disease triangle, one being the host, the environment, and the pathogen. And the one thing that we can control in that equation is going to be the host, which is what that pathogen overwinters in. So if we can minimize that host, then we are going to eliminate or minimize a place for pathogens to overwinter. And we can do that by breaking down our residue. Another thing that we want to consider is a decline in our overall soil health. So if we don't manage our residue properly, we're going to slow down that natural decomposition process. And this is going to build up that organic material on the soil surface, and that blocks sunlight. It reduces our soil temperatures, and it limits that microbial activity in the soil. This is very important, especially as we head into the spring. As spring happens and we want our soils to warm up, we want that sunlight to hit the soil. We want those soil temperatures to warm up so we can get in the fields and start planting. And that's one of those things that's really imperative when it comes to a residue decomposition program. If it's applied in the fall or the spring, we want to get those soil temperatures up.
How does the breakdown of crop residue after harvest affect nutrient availability?
So if we can effectively break down our stalks and field residue, we're going to release those nutrients that are tied up in the stalks, and that can then be used by the next crop in the next season. An example of that we like to use is putting some numbers to that. 1 bushel of corn is going to create about 50 pounds of residue. If we think about that on a per acre basis, then that 1 bushel of corn residue can tie up or become available, however you manage it, 85 pounds of nitrogen, 20 pounds of phosphorus, and 170 pounds of potassium. That is a lot of nutrient value in that residue. So if we break down that residue properly, we are going to unleash that and make that available for the next cropping season. Within our trials, we've seen bushel per acre increases up to 3 or more in the next soybean crop when we're applying that BioReverse in the fall, breaking down corn residue. A couple other observations that we found when utilizing this program is a greener crop, a more vigorous crop that next growing season, because it's able to utilize those nutrients that weren't previously available.
You mentioned BioReverse. Can you tell us a little bit more about that product that you all offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So BioReverse is a microbial product that we designed to break down that stalk residue. It has a few different things that differentiate it from other products on the market. One being it is a very stable formulation. So it can be tank mixed with other products, and that might include a burn down, where other ones on the market might not be able to mix with a burn down application. They have a long shelf life, so a 2-year shelf life. And so it's just an overall really great product. When we apply this, you can expect to see that breakdown in your crop residues, which will improve our seed to soil contact in the spring and a bunch of other benefits that we, already mentioned in this video already. So with that BioVerse, we're going to improve our healthy soil biome. And yeah, that's a bit about our BioVerse.
And where can people go to find out more information about BioReverse?
Yeah, so if you want more info, you can visit andersonsplantnutrient.com. There are a lot of really great resources on our website about BioReverse, and you can also get in contact with the territory manager through that.
Thanks again for taking the time to discuss how effective residue management unlocks nutrients, ensures better nutrient availability for the next growing season, and reduces the risks associated with unmanaged residue.
Thank you very much.